Alright guys, so today I'm going to talk about hedgehog breeding and lots of important tips you need to know so you have a successful breeding. Now, I do not really recommend breeding these guys or any pet unless you have a very good reason to do so. Just breeding a pet for fun or to make more of the pet you have isn't really a good reason, and I really suggest against breeding, like I said, unless you really have a really good reason for breeding. But here we'll talk about some steps, so if you do have pregnant hedgehogs, you'll know what to do. Or if you want to get them pregnant and have a birth, you'll know what to do as well. So to begin with, if you're going to breed two hedgehogs, you're going to want to start with a completely clean cage. Now this cage isn't completely clean, I'm not breeding right now, I cleaned this a few days ago. But you're going to want to start with a completely clean cage, get out all the smells, and you want a brand new cage to start with. What you're then going to do is have two hides. These you don't have to clean. You have one from one hedgehog, and you have one from the other hedgehog, one for the male and one for the female. So then they'll each have their own sleeping area to go to. I'm just leaving these propped up so they don't just go sleep right away. If you want, you can also put two wheels in. I'd suggest putting two instead of just one. And the bigger the cage here, the better. It doesn't have to be too big, but this is kind of small. A little bit bigger would be better. So what you're going to do is you're going to put two hedgehogs together, a male and a female, and you can play with them and such, you can act normal with them, but you're just going to let them live together for a week to 10 days. I usually go at least 10 days, you can even go up to 2 weeks. It's not going to hurt them to leave them longer. Now if you notice some excessive fighting or something, you might want to separate them. I've never noticed much fighting at all, so I usually leave them together for about 10 days, even up to 2 weeks. And then after about 2 weeks of having the male and female together, you're going to go ahead and take out the male. So the male is no longer in, and the female now is alone, but hopefully has already mated with the male. So now the female we're going to leave alone for about a month, 30 days. It can take up to 40 days for her to have babies if she's pregnant. So the male's been in there a couple weeks, it could still take 30 days plus for babies to come. So now it's just a waiting game. We wait about a month, and if babies come, great. If they don't come in 30 days, wait till 40 days. And in 40 days, if nothing happens, you can go ahead and put the male back with the female and try again. So if after about a month babies do come, now is another tricky part. You do not want to disturb the mother for at least a week, preferably 2 weeks, at all. So you're going to want to go ahead and get one of these big water bottles. As you can see, this is like a big 32-ounce water bottle. That thing lasts my female here like 10 days. And she's not pregnant. It lasts almost 2 weeks actually, and she's not pregnant. A pregnant one would drink a little more, but it'll last a good week. You're also going to want to just get a big food dish and fill a corner with food, and you could even cover them with a towel if you want, because the first week that the little babies are born, you don't want to disturb her at all. You don't want to go in the cage at all. So you want to clean this cage really good and always have an abundance of food and water attached ever since about 25 days after you separated her from the male. You want to make sure the cage is always ready to be left alone for a week, 100% alone. So from 25 days on, keep a stock of food and a stock of water always on the cage and ready. Make sure it's always clean. When the babies come, you might hear them, you might hear some squeaking and such, you might see them. When you first see or hear them, leave this cage alone. Don't touch it. Like I said, cover it with a towel if you want. If you have kids, don't let them near it. Don't disturb them. They are very, very prone to eating or abandoning their babies if they're disturbed in the first week. So the first week after they're born, you really have to leave them alone. After about a week or so, then you could start picking up babies. If there's more than one baby, I would suggest being very careful and picking up one baby the first time you try. Pick up one baby for just a couple minutes, put it back, wait till the next day and see if the mother rejects that baby or not. Hopefully not. But if she does reject that baby, at least you only touched one and not all of them. Very important step to do there just to make sure. Once you know that they're okay to touch and the mom's going to accept them back, then the next day you can start handling them a little bit, and then handle them just a little bit every day to keep them, continuing to be nice and calm and tame. And they'll end up to be great hedgehogs. Heating's about the same. You don't have to do anything with heat. Just keep it, around 75, 77 is awesome. But anywhere above 73 is fine. Whoa. And really there's not much else you have to do. I do recommend having very good food. Have a couple types of cat food, maybe throw in some ferret food. Throw in lots of mealworms, crickets. Maybe you could throw in pinky mice, frozen or live, pinky mice, leading up to the day they're going to give birth. That'll help them because they really need that extra energy. So give them some really good food during that time too. Alright guys, if you have any questions about breeding hedgehogs, let me know. And otherwise, happy pet keeping. See you guys later.